Alright, so we got two more reaction videos to go, and then that is it. This time we're going to be reacting to fall's favorite books, movies, receipts, absences, and more. It is by Haley Post. Now, Autumn is coming up for next week, and I'm very excited because I got a lot of things that I need to talk about because after I finish it up, there's a lot of things that need to be like said and done about doing a lot of cozies, going outside, get some fresh air, and hopefully get some pumpkin spice as well, and the apple cedars, cause that'd be so cool, man. There's a lot of things I need to do for outside and for fall, cause It's my favorite season for autumns or fall, how you want to call it, and winter as well, because it definitely does help me a lot, including for Halloween, Thanksgiving, and Christmas at the same time. And I always love it so much, and it actually does really help me so far. And without them, I just thought about it sooner or later. So yeah, it does help me a lot. So yeah, let me know, comment up below, man. What's your favorite thing about fall? Cause I was actually thinking about it, and hopefully I might get my chance to 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 do all sorts of things, and get all cozy with of course my blanket, of course. But yeah, so after I might take a break for like next week, then I might come back on, I don't know. I might come back on Friday once again, just in case. So yeah, but but yeah, man. Let me know. Comment down below, man. What is your favorite thing about fall, man? Like, yeah, I'm so happy that I'm still so happy that September is finally here, and autumn is right around the corner, man. I just can't wait. But let me know, man. And yeah, let's check it out in five, four, three, two. Books, movies, receipt. Yeah, I probably have. Yeah.
Hi everyone, welcome back. So I've gotten a lot of questions about different books and things I recommend for fall. So I figured I would compile everything into a big fall favorites video. We're going to be talking about everything from books and movies to recipes and activities and more. So get cozy, maybe grab a cup of tea or a cat in a basket, and let's get started.
I don't have a cat or a tea, but books.
There are so many good books and cookbooks for fall, so this was a really difficult section to make because it was hard to choose, but I do have to say the Discovery of Witches series is definitely one of my
Ooh.
favorites. This is a
I
trilogy
haven't
of
read any
books, and
books,
it's very
but
atmospheric and moody. A
I'll
lot
probably
of
get
it
my
is
own
set in the
books next
fall.
time.
It has really good dark academia vibes, and it's about a historian at Oxford who is also a witch, but she doesn't really use her powers, and then she finds this mysterious book that kind of pulls her into this world of witches and vampires and demons. There's a forbidden romance in the book, and I just really enjoyed the series. It was very cozy, so I recommend all three of the books. The next book I have for you is Slewfoot by Brome. So this is a really creepy dark fantasy set in colonial New England, and the author is also an
Ooh.
artist, and he makes these gorgeous paintings that I think really help
Ooh.
bring the book to life. There's a lot of witchcraft and folklore, and it's really good, especially around Halloween. Next, I have Legendborn by Tracy Deonn. This is a wonderful young adult fantasy book. So it follows the main character, Bree, who gets pulled into this secret society at UNC Chapel Hill that is descended from King Arthur's knights. And even though it's YA, I loved this book. I found it so entertaining, and it pulls in a lot of elements from history and folklore. Just a wonderful fall read. And finally, I have A Natural History of Magic by Poppy David and Jessica Rue. Jessica Rue illustrated the Wheel of the Year book that I've mentioned a few times before. I also love that book. But this is a gorgeous illustrated book all about different kinds of magic. There's a lot of folklore, and I think it's great for kids, but I also really love it as an adult. And I also have another book in this series called A Natural History of Fairies, which I also love. Moving along to cookbooks, the first one I have is Preppy Kitchen by John Cannell, and you might be familiar with John already because he has an amazing YouTube channel. He is one of my favorite food creators, and this book is so beautifully written. It's a gorgeous seasonal cookbook, and the fall section has the best cozy recipes, and I've made a few of them. They always turn out fantastic. I got this cookbook a few months ago and I love it. It is Rooted Kitchen by Ashley Rodriguez, and this is also a seasonal cookbook. It's very earthy. There's a lot of information in here about foraging and cooking outdoors. There are really beautiful recipes, and it has a gorgeous fall section as well. And the last cookbook I have for you is this Williams Sonoma Vintage Autumn Cookbook. This is such a fun, kind of nostalgic cookbook. It was published in the 90s, and it just has a lot of good classic fall recipes, lots of apple and pumpkin and maple. And this one is no longer in production, but you can get it on Thrift Books. I'll leave a couple links below.
Movies and TV shows.
So before we get into this section, I wanted to mention I was asking in my last video if any of you had good fall TV show or movie recommendations, and we got so many wonderful recommendations. So if you're looking for any more, go scroll through the comments on that video. There are so many good things to add to your watch list. So I want to start with my obvious favorites. Of course, Vampire Diaries. I rewatch it every fall, and I just love the show so much. It reminds me of my teen years. It's very dramatic and over the top, and it's great if you like kind of cheesy vampire teen movies. And of course, speaking of, I have to mention Twilight. I love the Twilight movie series and book series so much. It was a big part of my teen years, and I rewatch Twilight every year. Practical Magic is another one I know I've talked about a ton, and the movie is really popular right now because they're coming out with another one next year, but it's about witches and sisterhood. It's just really fun to watch. So if you haven't seen it already, I definitely recommend watching it this fall. Next on my list is Stardust. This was one of my favorite movies growing up. I loved it so much. My sister and I used to watch it all the time together. It's a fantasy adventure about a young man who crosses into this magical world to find a fallen star who turns out to be a woman. And the movie is just beautifully filmed. It's so visually gorgeous, and the story is great too. Also in the fantasy genre is the Wheel of Time series. This is a really great epic fantasy. It's kind of similar to Lord of the Rings in terms of the world, I would say. There's lots of action and magic, and I really enjoyed the world building and a lot of the actors. Another movie I love for the fall is Greta Gerwig's adaptation of Little Women, which came out in 2019, I believe. It is such a beautiful movie. It has an amazing cast with so many actors I love, and it's just a really warm, cozy movie. A lot of it takes place during the fall, and it's just a beautiful classic story that feels really timeless. And speaking of classics, I have to mention When Harry Met Sally. This is a wonderful 90s rom-com. It might have come out in 1989. I think I just saw that, but either way, it is beautiful. I love that a lot of the movie takes place during the fall, and it's just a really fun plot and a lot of fun to watch.
That's cool. Receipt.
I love cooking all year round, but there's something so delicious about those cozy comfort foods during the fall, so I wanted to share some of my favorite fall recipes with you. So starting out with drinks, I love a classic pumpkin spice latte. I actually
Of
have a recipe
course.
for pumpkin spice syrup that I make pretty much every fall, but I wanted to share some other fall drinks that I love. There is nothing better to me than an authentic masala chai. It's so comforting, really aromatic, and it smells fantastic because it simmers on the stove. And there's a great recipe I follow from the blog Masala and Chai that I love. I will link it down below. I highly, highly recommend it. Speaking of recipes that smell amazing, I love homemade apple cider. I just made some when we
Of
decorated for fall
course.
this year. I usually make it every single year around the fall time, and I will share my recipe below as well as another that I love for caramel apple cider. I've also been making apple kombucha mocktails a lot lately. I have a recipe where it's basically half apple cider and half apple kombucha, and I'll add a little sprig of rosemary and a cinnamon stick. I will link that recipe down below, but it's really simple and it's so nice and refreshing, especially when it's still a little hot outside but you want a fall drink. For breakfast, I love pumpkin pancakes during the fall, and there's this really good recipe from the Salted Marshmallow, and it's just perfect. I love having them with some butter or cinnamon butter and maple
I
syrup.
bet
And if you've seen a few
I'll
of my fall
make
videos, you
ones.
probably know how much I love making pumpkin smoothies. I have a recipe that I make all the time during the fall, and it's just a really nice everyday fall recipe. And for lunch or dinner, I always love having a nice hearty stew or curry during the fall. There's a recipe for mushroom stew from the Last Food
That's
blog
yummy.
that I love to make with mashed potatoes or roasted potatoes. I make my autumn nourish bowls a lot during the fall. It's basically just roasted sweet potatoes and roasted chickpeas with lots of different spices. And then I add apples and kale and pomegranate seeds, different toppings like that. And I love them for lunch and for dinner. They're also really great for meal prepping. And this one is a bit time consuming to make, but it is so worth it. It is a butternut squash mac and cheese with smoked Gouda. It is fantastic. I
Yummy.
like to make it around Thanksgiving, or if I have a fall gathering that I want to attend. It's like a great potluck kind of food, and it's definitely a comfort food, but it is so good. For dessert, I love this salted caramel apple pie from Sally's Baking Addiction. I think I've loved every
I'll
single
try
recipe
apple
I've
pie.
made from her blog. Everything is just perfection, and whenever I've made this for fall gatherings, it's like a big hit. Everyone loves this pie. And finally, these brown butter chai spice cookies from the blog Barley and Sage are just
It's so
fantastic.
yummy.
The
I ain't
brown
gonna lie
butter
though.
gives a little bit extra depth of flavor, and then you have all these spices mixed in, and then they have a vanilla glaze on top. It's perfection and so good for fall.
Nice. Fall cheese and snack.
Okay, so I brought you into the kitchen because I want to show you some of my favorite store-bought treats and drinks for fall. So I have a whole section on teas because I drink so much tea this time of year. This one is one of my favorites. It's the pumpkin spice tea from Republic of Tea. This is a really good pumpkin spice black tea. It's just a quintessential fall flavor. It's so good with a little bit of honey and oat milk or creamer. So this has been a regular tea for me. And then I've also been loving this pumpkin spice tea from the brand Yogi. This is an herbal version, so there's no caffeine. It's made with chamomile, cinnamon, ginger, and chicory and different herbs that just give it a really nice, rich pumpkin spice flavor. And I like drinking this one before bed because, again, it's caffeine free. Also from Yogi, I have the honey chai turmeric vitality tea. This one is nice and sweet and spicy and just a really nice kind of comforting, warming fall flavor. I mentioned earlier that I love to make authentic masala chai during the fall, and for the times when I maybe don't have enough time to make it from scratch, I love using a chai concentrate, and this is one of my favorites that I've tried recently. It's from the brand Rishi, and I like that it's not too sweet. You can really taste the cardamom and the black pepper, and my favorite ways to drink this is over ice with some oat milk, and sometimes if I want a little pumpkin spice flavor in my chai, I'll pour in a little bit of this Chobani coffee creamer, and it's just a really good, quick and easy pumpkin spice chai. Okay, moving along to snacks. So I've got a lot of Trader Joe's stuff with me today.
I got
I'm lucky
snacks.
enough to live not too far from a Trader Joe's, so I love getting
yeah.
their seasonal food, and their fall snacks are so yummy. This one is the pumpkin spiced teeny tiny pretzels, and they're topped with pumpkin yogurt coating and crushed pumpkin spiced
yummy.
pumpkin seeds. And there's such a good balance of sweet and salty. Just look at how adorable these little pretzels are. Next, we have these apple shortbread cookies. They're crisp and crunchy and buttery. I love having these with a cup of tea. And finally, I have pumpkin butter. So this one is also from Trader Joe's, and I love it. And this is so good on so many different things. You can spread it on toast or put it into oatmeal. You can use it a lot in baking. I just made a pumpkin stuffed brie in my last video, and I used this for the filling.
So yummy.
Obi wants to tell the other kitties about one of his favorite fall snacks, which is chicken churro. Yeah? You want to try one? You see the churros? I had a pretty difficult time finding fall and Halloween themed cat treats. There were lots of dog treats, but just not much for cats. But I did find these regular chicken churros. They're just in a cute Halloween package, so I got these for him.
Want a treat?
We go crazy. Home and self-care favorite.
I've gotten some questions about some of the different things that I use around my home during the fall, so I wanted to talk about some of my favorites. The first thing is this red kettle. I adore this so much. This was a gift from Alex a couple of years ago, and it's from the artist Phoebe Wall. Unfortunately, I don't think it's in stock on her website anymore. I've checked again and again, but she does have another kettle available in a different color, and she also has an amazing selection on her shop of all these different beautiful prints. There are so many things that are perfect for fall, so definitely go check out her website. She's an amazing artist, and I will link her shop below. I recently got this little candle warmer, and I've shown it a couple of times in my last few videos. I adore this thing. I didn't expect to use it that much, but I kept hearing great things about candle warmers. Now I use it all the time because it extends the life of my candles, because it just kind of warms up the wax. You don't have to burn the candle for it to still make the scent. And I also used it for my mini simmer pot in my last video, and it worked super well. I've gotten a lot of questions about my red electric fireplace, and I've had this for several years. I don't think they make it anymore. I tried finding it online, but I will link a couple of other similar options below. I love this little fireplace, and we always turn it on cold nights during the fall and winter, especially because the house gets a little drafty, so it keeps it warm in here, and Obi loves it too. I love the Mrs. Meyer's fall collection cleaning products. I use the apple cider scent. I think that's my favorite. And I love the hand soap, especially. It smells really good. I don't usually change up my skincare or body care products too much depending on the time of year, but I do have a few seasonal favorites that I wanted to show you. This pumpkin hand cream from Trader Joe's is so good that I buy a few of these to stock up on them throughout the year, because they only make them during the fall, and I just love the scent so much. It's like a nice kind of pumpkin spice scent, and it's super moisturizing. I have really dry hands and skin, especially during the colder months, so I love to keep this in my purse and by my desk. I use it all the time, and I look forward to it coming back every thaw. Also for dry skin, I use a lot of argan oil. I will put this on my face and on my body, and I just really love it. It helps moisturize my skin. It's super affordable, it's natural, and it doesn't clog my pores or anything. It's just a nice, gentle moisturizer. One of my favorite fragrances, especially during the fall, is Namat Amber Oil. This is just a nice, warm scent. It's not too sweet, not too spicy. I use the little roller bottle, and I think it's only about $20. I've gotten a lot of questions about my nail polish, and I've been wearing this pretty much constantly this fall. This is Millennium Mocha from OPI. It's kind of like a copper color, but it has some gold and red in it, and I just really like it. It's kind of 90s or nostalgic, which I've been loving this fall, and it's just a really nice color.
Hobby and empty.
So I've shared a lot about my seasonal bucket list. I like to make a fall bucket list each year with those classic fall activities like going to an apple orchard. But I wanted to share some of the activities that I like to do regularly during the fall, or kind of things that I recommend trying out or getting into this time of year. The first one, which probably won't surprise many of you, is crochet. I love to crochet. I got really into it last year, and it kind of became a way for me to get through those really cold, dark days of fall and winter. And I started really looking forward to snuggling up with my crochet project at night and listening to an audiobook. So if you struggle at all with it getting darker earlier like me, or you just really don't like the cold weather and you're looking for something to kind of look forward to get you through it, I would definitely recommend this hobby because it really helped me a ton. I also love having potlucks with friends during the fall, and there are so many fun, creative ways to do this. You can do a slow cooker party where everyone brings a different meal in their slow cooker and kind of tries out the different foods. You can do a soup swap where you all like bring your own different container of soup. There are a lot of different ways to have these kind of potluck style parties, and they're so much fun. Another activity that I like to do every season, but especially for fall, is to intentionally create my own morning and evening routine. And this is a really great way to incorporate different hobbies or goals that you're trying to work toward. For example, I was just talking about crochet. I make crochet part of my autumn evening routine. I also like to do more of a moisturizing skincare routine during the fall, and just kind of incorporate those little self-care activities that help me feel better this time of year. We got so many good recommendations on my last video for fall movies and shows that I can't wait to watch, and I feel like all of you have amazing recommendations, so let me know below if you have any fall favorites that you want to share with me and the community, and I can't wait to check them out. Thank you all so much for watching. I really appreciate you being here, and I will see you next time.
Oh, I ain't gonna lie though, like, I have so much that my favorite falls that I wanted to do. Including when I wanted to go outside, to hang out with my mom, cause I know it's gonna be very awesome, very like for me to hang out a lot of things during mornings because I want to go to the pumpkin patch. I want to go to the apples cider farm, like they have one. Spirit Halloweens and all the other stuff I want to do for fun. And there's a lot of things here too, cause I ain't gonna lie though, like the only reason why that autumn is my favorite, cause it get a lot of very cozy. I had a blanket, cause it does help me a lot. Um, a lot of things that I want to do, and going outside and just look around the neighborhood in the fall. Leaves flying everywhere during that. I mean, that's the only thing is, and glad I'm wearing this hoodie, cause it does help me a lot, and it's a lot of very cozy things that I want to do, and even though that I want to even though I want to cook my own out, yeah, I'll probably do that when I get up early in the morning if I can, cause I ain't gonna lie, no, cause that'll be actually be cool because of it. And I mean, yeah, it does help me a lot, seeing a lot of things here too, cause I haven't tried from any other snacks or food throughout during autumns. Cause I mean that'd be cool. Cause oh man, those pumpkin pancakes. I need to try that one out. That looks so delicious, and it'll probably gonna add this up for my breakfast. And I mean of course, if I did the same thing for the cinnamon pancakes, oh my god, that'd be so dope. Oh my god, that'd be so good. I'm telling you, man. And I'll probably add this up for add this for the bacon and eggs, and I mean, I ain't gonna lie though. Like, even though it does gonna help me a lot, maybe I might come back on Monday just for a little bit, cause I'll probably do some more fall autumn reacts if I can, just for a little bit, cause there's a lot of things I want to see for like a pumpkin patch, um, apple cider. I mean, a lot of things I want to do for outside. So I'll probably, maybe I might come back for a little bit. So yeah. And I ain't gonna lie though, like this autumn really helps me a lot because even though I was born at November 18, late 90s, 1997, it really does help me a lot of seeing all of this. And also I might decorate. I also, me and my mom probably do some decoratings soon, cause next month October is probably gonna coming up soon, and I'll probably do this very early if I could, because it's actually very important. So I don't want to miss out on the funds, because I just wish, man, it's actually a more important thing. So yeah, but but yeah, man, that was actually amazing. I'll probably do some. I'll probably talk about that after that. So yeah, and maybe next, yeah, cause after that I'll probably gotta take a break. Well, actually, I might come back on Monday and then probably take a break for after that. So yeah, cause it definitely does help me a lot, and yeah, I just really wish, man. So, but let me know, comment down below, man. Comment down below of every like fall favorites that you want to do, cause it's gonna be cool in autumns, cause I'm telling you, man, if autumn hits, man, I feel like I'm gonna feel the breeze from probably, well, tell it's raining a lot. I'm okay with rains because that it does help me a lot. Maybe I might go outside more often. They'll probably allow me to go outside just in case. So yeah, that'd be cool, man. But let me know, comment down below, man, what y'all think about it. I might react more some other unknowns videos if I can. So yeah, that'd be cool, man. Cause it's gonna be very cozy if it happens. So yeah, but yeah, man, let me know what you think about it, and I'll see you in the next stress video.